Okay, this is kind of part two of the tiled background issue. This is the tiled background that I used on the sample page for our graphics demonstration page. I found a piece of kind of leather texture, and I did the process of using the offset filter and cleaned up the edge joints and things. And that's what I used behind the repeating badge texture. So that was covered in the previous episode. But here we have a set of badges. And what you can do with the offset filter, besides just joining up the edges of physical textures, is you can place objects and then move the whole page around and put more objects in. And so what happens is this object was placed in when the page was lower, and then when it moved up, the top of the object shows here, the bottom of the object shows here, and when it tiles together, they recreate themselves into a seamless pattern. And you can throw all kinds of things in here and move the page around, and with the offset filter, and fill up the blank areas. You could put in, a variety of random junk if you wanted to, and create a pattern. And just by moving the offset around, it creates the split side to side, top to bottom. Very slick. And what I also did with this is I made a shadow, and all I had to do with that was start with this page, and what I did is I used this layer, used the pixel lock here, and when I made this duplicate, I turned the pixel lock on, filled it with black, which when the pixel lock will protect everything that it doesn't have a color in it already, so it filled all these stars with black. Then I turned the pixel lock off, and I gave it some Gaussian blur, because then it could go outside the pixel shapes. And I turned the opacity down a bit to 60 something, and I then just moved it over a little bit, and there we have the repeating pattern. And one of the key points here is that when you do the offset filter, it doesn't do the whole image, it does the layer that you're working on. So when I was playing with the offset filter on my background, I was moving the leather texture around independent of stars. When I was moving the stars around, I moved them independent of the leather, and then the shadows moved independently. But you can put a whole lot of things together, move them around with the offset filter, and that's how I got the repeating obnoxious sheriff star badge background.